FinalWire announces AIDA64 v6.20 with AMD Renoir and RX 5500 support. FinalWire Limited today announced the immediate availability of AIDA64 Extreme 6.20 software, a streamlined diagnostic and benchmarking tool for home users, the immediate availability of AIDA64 Engineer 6.20 software, a professional diagnostic and benchmarking solution for corporate IT technicians and engineers, the immediate availability of AIDA64 Business 6.20 software, an essential network management solution for small and medium-scale enterprises, and the immediate availability of AIDA64 Network Audit 6.20 software, a dedicated network audit toolset to collect and manage corporate network inventories. The latest AIDA64 update introduces optimized benchmarks for AMD Renoir and Intel Ice Lake processors, monitoring of sensor values on FGZ10 RGB displays, and supports the latest AMD and Intel CPU platforms as well as the new graphics and GPU computing technologies by both AMD and NVIDIA. New features and improvements. AIDA2 and FMA accelerated 64-bit benchmarks for AMD Zen 2 Renoir APU. Microsoft Windows November 10, 2019 update support. AVX512 accelerated benchmarks for Intel Ice Lake processors. FGZ10 RGB LCD support. Improved support for 3rd generation AMD Threadripper processors. Preliminary support for 4th generation AMD Ryzen desktop CPUs. GPU details for AMD Radeon RX 5500 series. GPU details for NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Super, GeForce GTX 1660 Super. Fixed lockup at startup on systems with multiple CPU groups. What's new since AIDA64 v6.00? SHA-3 cryptographic hash benchmark utilizing AVX, AVX2 and AVX512. AVX2 and FMA accelerated 64-bit benchmarks for AMD Zen 2 Matisse processors. AVX accelerated 64-bit benchmarks for Zaxxon ZXC Plus and Zaxxon Kaijian KX5000 processors. Microsoft Windows May 10, 2019 update support. Beta panel, Matrix Orbital Eve 3 LCD and SteelSeries Rival 710 OLED display support. Corsair H100i Platinum and H115i Platinum liquid cooler sensor support. Enhanced RGB LED monitoring module. Cooler Master MP750 RGB LED mousepad support. Corsair Obsidian 1000D, EVGA X2, FarbWork 360, NZXT Grid Plus V3 sensor support. Full support for Hygon C86 Multi, Diana CPU. Improved support for Intel Comet Lake and Ice Lake CPUs. Improvements for AMD X570 chipset-based motherboards. Support for PCI Express 4.0 controllers and devices. Preliminary support for Zaxxon Kaijian KX6000 CPU. Advanced support for LSI RAID controllers. NVMe 1.4 support. GPU details for AMD Radeon RX 5700, Radeon 7 series. GPU details for NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1600, GeForce RTX 2000 Super, GeForce RTX 2060 series. Preliminary support for AMD Navi GPUs. Retired SHA-1 and VP8 benchmarks. The AIDA64 product family for Windows PCs consists of 3 business editions and a home edition. The company's flagship IT asset management offering with hardware diagnostic features is AIDA64 Business, while a dedicated network inventory solution called AIDA64 Network Audit is also available, for a lower license fee. Designed for corporate engineers and IT technicians, AIDA64 Engineer includes expert tools not available in AIDA64 Extreme, the home edition of the software. Today all 4 AIDA64 editions are updated to v6.20.